This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever done ever.
Hey, how are you guys doing today? First of all, before anybody says anything, this little green fuzzy thing right here, yeah, that is a sock. At least it was part of a sock at one point. Kind of lost a little wind diffuser mic thing on both of my GoPro mics somehow. I'm finding out with this whole fishing thing that I am very good at losing stuff. Other than that, I feel like I have to update you guys on a couple things. So basically, yesterday I went out with Extreme Philly Fishing and Simplex Fishing. I actually drove all the way to Jersey. We went out there, we did some saltwater fishing. We were aiming to get on some stripers. Let me show you guys a little bit of footage from that adventure right now. Hey, how are you guys doing today? Basically, today I drove over here to New Jersey. We're going to be doing some saltwater fishing here today. I'm going to be meeting up with my boy Leo from Extreme Philly Fishing and one of his friends as well, who is like an expert at this saltwater fishing stuff. I think our main objective today is to try to get on some stripers. We're going to have to like kind of read the water, read the birds. I'm going to learn a little bit about that. I've never really done fishing like this before. Hopefully we can catch some fish. Let's get right to it, man.
Guys, this is already turning out to be a very interesting day. I'm actually drinking coffee. Like, I don't even drink coffee. All right, man, let's not waste any time. Let's get set up here. Alright guys, so as you can see, here we are out on this jetty. Pretty much what we're going to be using here is just like these little swim shads, some little flukes, anything that looks like lifelike bait. So pretty much you just cast this thing out. I've been told you can retrieve any way you want. You can steady retrieve, you can yo-yo it, you can jig it, whatever.
There's a lot of things I learned about this kind of fishing on this day. This fishing is like a lot like hunting. You are basically waiting for the blitz, which is pretty much just a school of stripers that passes by. That is like the gold mine for this type of fishing. Apparently it's like a huge feeding frenzy. There's a few different signs that kind of lead up to the blitz. Pretty much if you see bait fish popping on the top of the water, that will also draw in some birds, because that means that the stripers are under them kind of eating up the bait fish. Some of the guts fly up, the birds go in to swoop in and eat them. And yeah, there's kind of like a whole process with it. You kind of have to watch the sky, you have to watch the water. You never know when they're going to run. You never know if they're going to run. You never know when the blitz is going to happen or if it's going to happen. It's definitely an interesting way of fishing. We were also fishing for what they called resident fish, which are just stripers that are around the area, hiding in the rocks, whatever. I quickly learned that this type of fishing takes a lot of casting and definitely a lot of patience.
Alright guys, just a quick update. We are now walking along the beach trying to get the surf action going. Nothing was really happening on the jetty as of right now, so we're just gonna walk the line. Yeah man, let's see if we can get a bite going. All right guys, I've been walking the shoreline for a decent amount of time now. No bites yet, but just look around, man. Like, this is honestly so awesome just to be out here. Like, it's a nice day outside. Oh my, can you guys see like how clear this water is? It is like really clear. But yeah, so far no bites yet. I don't think anybody's got any bites yet. I haven't seen anybody with a fish. I am pretty optimistic though. I think high tide is around 2 p.m. I'm not exactly sure what time it is right now. If I had to guess, I'd say it is probably about 1:20-ish, and we're gonna stay out here until it gets dark. So hopefully, I mean, I really do have a good feeling about this. But yeah, man, I'm definitely enjoying my time out here.
Alright, that is all you guys get, but from those short amount of clips, you could see just like how beautiful it was. Definitely got pretty cold outside like the later you got into the day, but it was just a lot of fun to hang out with them. They are some pretty cool people. I'm definitely going to be looking to hook up with them, especially for some saltwater stuff in the near future. So definitely stay tuned for that. Now let's get into today's video. As you guys can see, I'm in this like interesting looking location. Pretty much back there behind me, that is the Delaware River, I'm pretty sure. And back here behind me now, you guys can see there's a little spillway right here. Basically, there's a creek on the other side of the spillway that connects to the Delaware River. First thing we are going to do today is kind of fish the spillway, see what is in here, see if anything's in here. Pretty much we're just going to have a nice relaxing day out here. Hopefully we can get on as many species as we possibly can. I'm really interested to see what is in the spillway, if there is anything, and also I'm going to go to the creek side of the spillway, see if there's anything over there. Hopefully something is in there, and then after we're done here with the spillways, I do have a plan for this bigger body of water behind me. I'm pretty excited about this. I have some green worms that I got from Cabela's because apparently they're out of night crawlers. They're always out of what I'm looking for at Cabela's. But yeah guys, let's get right into this video for today.
All right guys, let's see if we can uncover the mysteries here at this spillway. Let me show you guys what I am using. It is just a little tiny hook with a little split shot and the green worm. I'm pretty sure, as you guys can see, there's like little dye on my hand. I think they just dye night crawlers to create these green worms. It's pretty interesting. I've never even like bought green worms, never even thought about buying green worms until I was left with no freaking option. Definitely will be interesting to see if there's anything in this little spillway right here. Like, this is going to be really interesting. I really am hoping though that I did not hook into a giant catfish or something that's hiding around here, because I do have like 4-pound test on right now. Now, as I did say before, this is the little river side of the spillway right here. If we do not get any bites over here, which I'm really hoping we do, it looks pretty good. But if we do not get any bites over here, we're going to switch over to the creek side of the spillway. That should definitely have some fish in it. At least I would think it should. I don't know, man. It's looking I don't know. I just have to say this though, if I do not get any bites all day, I literally blame Cabela's and their freaking green worms. Dang, all right, well, I'm gonna go check this other side, see if they like the green worms over here. Whew, it's definitely a lot windier up here. That is for sure. Oh. on, just nibbling at it. There we go. First fish of the day. Come here, buddy. What do we have here? All right, guys, here you go. First fish of the day. Oh, calm down, buddy. Chill, 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 chill. First fish of the day. Not too much color on this guy, but I'm pretty sure that's a little bluegill right there. A very, very small one. I think I'm gonna keep this guy for catfish bait. I did not really fully tell you guys, but that is what we're going to be doing right after we fish these little spillways. I'm back over here by the river spillway right now, just seeing if there's anything else over here. We are going to be going out here to the main part of the river. We're gonna be going out to the river right there. We're gonna be casting in some heavier lines, some heavier gear. We're gonna see if we can get on some river monsters, or I guess honestly anything could bite what we're gonna be throwing in. So pretty much we're just gonna be seeing what we can get on. All right, all I was really pulling out of this creek side right here were bluegills. I actually put out quite a few. And over here, man, I saw some stuff swimming around, but I'm just not sure. I'm guessing there's probably some bluegills over there too. I'm also seeing some bubbles. So I don't know, man. It could be catfish over there. I don't know. And yeah, guys, I did throw a couple other kind of baits out there. I mean, I threw some gulp minnows around, inline spinner, you know, other things like that. Just nothing was biting. But that is all good. That is definitely a place I'll have to revisit, maybe in the summertime. All right, y'all. Well, I pretty much just fast forwarded from where you guys last saw, but basically I brought two of my heavier rods down here. I have two rod holders. I'm going to cut this bluegill earlier in half that we caught, and I'm just going to throw these two rods out here and hopefully something hits. I have a good feeling about this. Hopefully we can get on some big giant fish today. All right, here's the first half of the bluegill. I'm just going to hook it right through his eyes just like that. Boom, there we go. I have a 3-ounce sinker on there. I think that might be a little more than what we need here, but that is all good. I'm also using a circle hook so that I can try to avoid gut hooking any catfish or any fish that we do catch. So basically I just toss that in there. So that right there is just a simple bottom rig. That is like perfect right there. Hopefully we can get some fish on that. I do believe I have like a 20-pound braid. And yeah, man, we are all set up in this rod. Hopefully we get a bite on that. Now it is time to get our bigger rod here set up. All right, guys, now on this rod over here, I'm actually going to be throwing one of these. As you guys can see, it's getting all over my hands. The freaking green worms. I just don't understand the whole green worm thing. Freaking Cabela's, man. Now this water is honestly probably dirtier than the green worms, but it's all good, man. And also this setup right here, like the Shimano bait runner 4500B and this beach runner, this is probably a little bit like, this is probably a little overkill. This is definitely more than what we need out here. That was a pretty good cast right there. Oh, guys, I got a freaking bite over here and I saw my rod tip move a little bit. All right, this is the green worms, by the way. I don't feel anything. All right, so since that last bite, I've not really been getting any action around here. So I actually took out one of my bass rods from my car, and yeah, I just kind of put a catfish rig on it. And I mean, people will probably tell me I shouldn't do this, but I'm just gonna send it. So now in total, we have 1, 2, and 3 rods out. Guys, I just had a freaking hit on the cut bait right here. I don't know, man, no bites after that. He just hit it and quit it. What the heck? Bite. Is he on? I don't think he's on. Oh. Yeah. Nah, yeah. It looks like it though. All right, guys, there you go. I did not even think I had a freaking fish on here, but it turns out, what do we have here? As you guys can see, it is on the green worm. Wow, this little dude is freezing right here. I did not actually think that this was even on my line after I started pulling it in, because the bites that I was getting looked like they were pretty tough, but then it just turns out to be this little guy. Either way, man, I am very, very happy about that. I'm pretty sure this is just a white perch, but yeah, man, there we go. As you guys can see, my hands are all super dyed green. I should actually, I don't know, I'm debating on keeping this guy for some cut bait as well. This is actually some pretty good cut bait right here. We still got some time out here. We still got some daylight. I have a feeling, I don't know, man, I just have a feeling that we are going to get on a giant fish here. Oh, yep, I'm on. Do we have one on here? Yep. Oh, yeah, there we go. Another little white perch. That's definitely a little bit nicer one. Second white perch of the day. That is actually a little bit nicer than the first one we caught. Let me let this guy go really quick. Now, after a couple more white perch bites and a couple bites on the cut bait, I never actually hooked into anything on the cut bait, but I had some bites on it. But as you guys can see, it started to get more dark, and this is really when things started to go bad for me. This was probably one of the most stupid and most scary situations that I've ever personally been in. So let me kind of tell you guys exactly what happened here, and hopefully you guys can learn from this situation, and this will never happen to any of you.
Alright, now I did not really mention this in the video before this, but I was kind of in some uncharted territory for myself. Basically, I found this location on Google Maps. I was not really familiar with the whole area, and this specific location was sort of like kind of in the middle of nowhere. Like there was a walking trail, but I didn't really know where it went to. But yeah, there weren't any stores nearby. I parked on like a sandy dirt parking lot, and then you just kind of walked over to the beach thing. But yeah, it was a pretty interesting location, and it was definitely really remote. Like after it went dark, nobody was around. It was like pitch black. As you guys saw in the video, it was pretty cloudy outside, so the moon was not shining through, so it was like really pitch black dark. Another thing I should mention is that the location was not really in a good area. It's actually known to be a pretty sketchy area. So as you guys know, it's getting darker early and earlier each day. It was like around 4 or 5 p.m. when it started to actually get dark. And I mean, I was just determined to get on a big fish. I did have some bites on the cut bait, as I said, and I just really wanted to catch a big fish or just a catfish for you guys and for myself. So as it continued to get darker and darker out there, I really couldn't see anything, but I still had my rods in the water, man. I was still trying to get a big fish or just a fish in general, and yeah, that was probably not my best idea. So this is what I remember. I had my 2 catfishing rods in the water, my 2 like heavier rods, and then I decided to take a couple things that I had laying around, my bag, my bait, my bass rod, a couple things like that. Just took them back to the car. Then I figured I'd give it a little bit more time, just let my catfishing stuff soak a little bit more. You never know, we could get a big fish. Then I got back down to the beach, back down to my rods, figured I'd just hang out a little bit more. Pretty much, guys, I was by myself. Nobody was with me. I was not very familiar with the area. It was pitch black, and on top of all of this, my phone was dead. My first advice to any of you guys who go out there fishing by yourselves, definitely make sure your phone is charged. And even if your phone is completely charged when you leave, if you do not know the area very well that you're going to be fishing in, definitely bring an external battery source. Please learn from my mistakes, okay? So continuing with the story, it was like legit pitch black, and I was getting a little bit sketched out, so I took all of my rods down. I brought everything back to my car, and as I walked back to the car, pitch black, I started feeling around my pockets, and as I got back to my car, I realized like I could not find my keys. At first I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Like I just looked around in my other pockets. I had a lot of stuff I was carrying, so maybe it was in my bag or something, but after looking for like 5 minutes, yeah, I realized that I did not have my keys, and I literally locked myself out of my car. So I am locked out of my car. It is pitch black. My phone is dead. I'm in somewhere I don't even know where I am. I'm like kind of in the middle of nowhere. It is a sketchy area. I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I also looked in my bag, and I found that I put my knife in my car in my trunk, so I did not even have my knife with me. Hopefully you guys never get into a situation like this, but I started to panic, man. I was like, what the heck do I do? Like, should I break my window with a rock? I didn't know what to do. I couldn't call anybody. I was stranded. There was nobody around. Pretty much after freaking out a little bit, I tried to turn my phone back on, see if there was a little bit of battery still left, and it would go back on, but once I tried to do anything, like 1 second later, it would just turn back off. So I really had to just calm myself down and start to think, because nobody knew I was out there. Nobody knew where I was going fishing that day. That was another mistake. If you guys are ever going fishing somewhere, definitely let people know where you are in case this kind of thing happens. But yeah, guys, once I really started to weigh out my options, I really only had 2 options. One was bust my window open with a rock, and then I have to get that paid and replaced and everything like that. My other option was to pick a direction and just start walking, man, and hopefully I run into somebody. But yeah, man, as I said, it's a sketchy area. I didn't really know where I was going. I didn't know which way to go. I was just hoping that hopefully I could find somebody. I mean, get their phone. I could call my mom or something. So basically, man, I just took the second option. I just started walking. I was like, hopefully I can find somebody. Let me tell you guys, I walked a long time, probably at least 30 minutes in pitch black darkness. And after a while, I did stumble across some lights. I think I have some GoPro footage of that, actually. My GoPro was still on my chest. It was not dead. Let me play that for you guys right now.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, pretty much since the last time you guys saw me, I was in the middle of nowhere in darkness, and I guess I locked my keys in my car, so I had to walk all the way in pitch black over to this like neighborhood. I'm not gonna lie, I freaking panicked at first. I then thought I should start throwing rocks and just break my window. Mind you, this is like not a nice area at all. Like this is pretty sketchy, but pretty much I'm just gonna see if I can find anyone, I guess, that has a phone, man. This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever done ever. Oh, by the way, guys, I didn't even tell you, the dumbest thing about this is that, I don't know if you guys see this or not, but my phone turns on like this, and then like a second later it dies again.
All right, so after all this, I mean, I was passing by people's houses, but it's like really kind of sketchy to go knock on somebody's house, ask them to use your phone. You know, I just didn't want to do that. I was very, very fortunate in this situation. I actually ended up stumbling across a fire station. So I went up to the door. I was like, thank God. I rang the doorbell. I was like, does anybody have like a phone or something?
Hi. Do you have a phone I could borrow really quick?
Hold on a second.
Right away, it was interesting because the guy saw the GoPro like on my chest. He was like, dude, are you trying to like steal my phone or something for a video?
So, you got a GoPro on, so don't be like running.
What? No,
that's not it.
I was down there fishing.
But yeah, pretty much somebody came out and he was like, yeah, you can use my phone. What's the problem? And I told him what's going on. They actually offered to drive me back to my car. They knew the exact location that I was talking about. And they also offered to like kind of open my car, like, you know, jimmy it. And at this point, I realized like how lucky I was. You guys don't even understand, like, to find this. So two of these firefighters actually took me in a truck back to my car. They actually used this thing, jimmied it, and unlocked my car. And I just felt so blessed, like so fortunate. I don't even know how to put it, man. These freaking firefighters literally rescued me. Like, I don't even know, man. It really was a sketchy area. Anything could have happened to me. Thank God I walked the right way. I went left. If I would have went right, I have no clue where I would have ended up. But yeah, I mean, once they unlocked my car, I had a phone charger in there, so I knew I would be safe. Either way, if I couldn't find my keys in my car, I could make a phone call, you know, all that. I thought after all of this I was rescued, but I looked in my trunk, I looked everywhere, man. I could not find my freaking keys. So pretty much I had the flashlight on my phone because I actually got to charge my phone a little bit, and I brought that all the way back to the beach. I searched everywhere, man. Finally, I found my keys. They were up higher on the sand. I was very fortunate that they were up that high because the tide came in like a lot. Like, if they were down a little bit lower, my keys would have been in freaking Atlantis by the time I actually got to them. But yeah, man, let me tell you guys, I learned a lot from this fishing session. First of all, guys, if you are going out fishing by yourself, definitely make sure your phone is charged. Second, just make sure you have some general knowledge of the area. Like, if any of this happened to you, you know like where to go, which way to go, you know what I mean? Third, man, definitely make sure that you know where your keys are when you go out fishing. The last thing that you want to happen is to get locked out or to lose your keys when you're out somewhere. It's just learn from my mistakes and do not lose your keys, man. Other than that, man, I think that is going to be it for this video today. Again, as I said, I have definitely learned from my mistakes, man. That was a very scary moment, and it's just like you have no clue what you want to do at that point. Luckily, somehow I got rescued by some firefighters, man. That was just a big mess. As I said, hopefully all of you guys can learn from my mistakes. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know it was kind of like weird towards the end, but yeah, man, I figured I just want to tell you guys that story. It is a little bit embarrassing for me, but I mean, I feel like it can definitely help some of you guys. I do plan on getting out there some more with Extreme Philly Fishing and Simplex Fishing. There's some awesome dudes, and they're just like a lot of fun to hang out with. Hopefully we are going to be doing some more saltwater fishing. Maybe there's some catch and cooks coming up in the near future, who knows? But yeah, guys, I guess that's just going to be it for this video today. As always, thank you so much for all of the support. It really does mean a lot to me. You guys have honestly been killing it recently. Let's keep this rolling, man. My Instagram, my Twitch, it's all in the description. Definitely check that out if you would like. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna go finish up this edit, but thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you learned something and you can avoid some mistakes that I made. But yeah, let's keep this rolling, man. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next video.